going real quick. Hi, everybody. All right, so we just going over some homework questions here. So for this question, right, long story short, it's an equation, right? Because it has the equal sign right there. So what I'm trying to do here is I want a value for y, like I want an answer for y, right? So there's a couple ways we could do this. We could do the AC method, but the easier way to do it is to first look for the GCF. Why did that happen? Hold on.
So plus 13.
Yeah. Yeah. Look for the GCF, the greatest common factor. So what do they have in common, both terms? Y, right? So I'm gonna factor out y. So when I factor out y, what am I left with? Not 13. Remember, it's like you're dividing by y. It's like you're dividing by y. So yeah, it's y minus 13, as you said, right? And that equals 0, right? So now what you want to do is you want to solve for 0 individually, right? Individually. So what I like to do, this is just my personal process, right? I like to partition these two. And on the left-hand side, right, I have y is equal to 0. That's an answer right there. That's the whole answer. And then I have y minus 13 is equal to 0. So now I want to solve for y, right? So I'm going to add 13 over here. What I do to one side, I got to do to the other. So now I have y is equal to 13, right? These are my answers. And that's it.
Okay, so right about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the easier way to do it. Matter of fact, that's the way that we should be doing it, right? Let me see. Like that's the way that we should be doing it, though, right? We should be looking for the greatest common factor first and then doing it. Did you put in the two solutions separated by a comma?
What's the y equals 0?
Not y equals 0. Did you say 0, comma 13?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but erase the rest of it. Your shift. That. 0, comma 13. No, 0, comma 13. Right? Because it's 0 and 13. Yeah. Okay. So I heard n squared. 19n, okay. Plus 18? 88. Okay. Yikes. Not too bad though. Not too bad. So what you want to do, right? You want to factor this. All right. Now we have two ways that we can factor this. We could use trial and error, or we could use the AC method. I love for you guys to use the AC method because that works for all the questions, right? But you can also do trial and error. Let's run through the AC method because I would really love for you to use that, right? But before I could do that, though, remember that every quadratic is of this formula: ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, right? So that being said, help me out. What is a in this equation here? What is a? What is b? And what is c? Not n squared. The number in front of it, 1, right? What about b? 19. And then what's c? 88, right? So now what I want to do, I want to do a times c, which in our case is going to be 1 times 88, which is equal to 88. And then my b term right here, b, is equal to 19. So now I need two numbers that when I multiply them together will give me an 88, a positive 88. And when I add them together will give me a positive 19. What are those numbers? 5 times 14? No, that's ends in a 0. 8 and 11, that's good. All right. So 8 times 11 is 88, and 8 plus 11 is 19. That's excellent. So now the next thing that you have to do, right? We're gonna rewrite that equation that we have here, right? So I have n squared, but instead of the plus 19, I'm gonna write in the factors that we found, right? So plus 8n plus 11n plus 88. And then that equals 0. Just like that, right? Now look, you see how I have 4 terms? 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, right? What I want to do is I want to partition this a little bit right here, right? And then I have, well, what I'm doing is I'm grouping, right? I'm grouping the first 2 terms and grouping the last 2 terms, right? So in my left group, which is the n squared plus 8n, right? What would you say is my greatest common factor there? No, give me something else. N, right? They both have an n in common. And remember, when you factor out an n, it's like you're dividing by n. It's like you're dividing by n. So what's left over? Uh-huh. Very good, right? Now I'm looking at my right-hand group, right? This is the 11n plus 88. What is the greatest common factor there? All right, positive 11, very good. Now remember, when I factor out a positive 11, it's like I'm dividing by 11. It's like I'm dividing by 11, right? So what's left over? I have what? What's left over? Not 8. 11 and 11 cancels out. I'm left with n plus 8, right? And then that equals 0. We're almost done. After we get that, right, we want to do a greatest common factor again, right? They both of these terms have n plus 8 in common. So I want to pull that out. So now I have what? N plus 8. And then what's left over on the outside? N plus 11. And both of these equal 0. Just like the previous question, right? What I want to do is I want to set both of these individually equal to 0. So this is going to be n plus 8 is equal to 0, and n plus 11 is equal to 0. And what I want to do in both of them is I want to solve for n, right? So I'm going to subtract 8 from over here, and what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So now I have n is equal to negative 8, right? Say n1, right? Boom. And then over here, I want to solve for n. So I'm going to subtract 11 from over here. But what I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other side of the equation. So now I have what? N2 is equal to negative 11. And then these are my answers right here. In WebWork. So I'm not sure of the question that you have. Looking at a previous question, the way that your question was, it would be like -8 comma -11. But I'd have to see your question. Let me see. Yeah. I'm sorry? Yeah, I got you.
Probably is like that, -8.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Put the comma in between and that's it. No space.
Chris, what I come with it, you're on. Like this one,
So you're gonna push that to the other side, and then there you go. You're gonna push that to the other side, like everything to one side, and then you're gonna solve for it. It's gonna be 0 though. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait for me. Is it too small or is it okay? It's okay. Go. Go ahead. All right, give me 1 second. See? Didn't go in.
So this is, that's.
All they want is the fact. What's the greatest common factor? So they define that. So that's it.
Yeah, but when I submit it, it says. It says it's correct. For all of them, it says it's correct. I'm not sure how to.
Oh, you want the whole. So 5x. open parentheses, 4x minus 3. We want the whole answer, not just the greatest common factor.
Oh,
So whatever's remaining here as well.
okay.
You're welcome. All right, go ahead. You're up.
2x.
So 2x equals 11x squared. That's it?
Yeah.
All right. So it's still going to be 0, right? You just want to move everything to one side. So I'm going to subtract this 2x from over here. But you know what I do to one side of the equation, I have to do the other side of the equation, right? So I'm going to subtract 2x from over here. So now what do I have? I have 0 is equal to 11x squared minus 2x, right? And then same game. That's it. And then the same game, right? First thing I want to look for, is there a greatest common factor? In this case, there is, right? What is it? What's the greatest common factor here? X, right? So if I factor out of x, what's left over? Remember, it's like you're dividing by x. It's like you're dividing by x. What's left over? 11 what? 11x,
Minus 12.
minus 2, right? Because x and x cancels out. All right. Now that you have that, set both of them equal to 0 individually, right? So I like to partition the two of them. So then now I have what? X is equal to 0. That's an answer. And then I have 11x minus 2 is equal to 0. And then I just want to solve for x. So I'm going to add 2 over here. What I do to one side, I got to do to the other. So I have 11x is equal to 2. And then I want to divide by 11. And what I do to one side, I got to do to the other. So my other answer, x2, is equal to 2 over 11. And then that's it.
So, it'll be 0.
Yep.
I got it.
All right.
It's easy, but I don't want the process.
Got you.
That's correct.
All right. What you got?
Okay. I got solve for L. L equals equals. Yeah.
You say it again? All right. So I have A is equal to LW, and they want you to solve for L. So long story short, to solve for L, I just got to get rid of W, right? So I'm going to divide by W over here. But what I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other side of the equation. And that's it. So L is equal to A divided by W. Sure. Oh, wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. I got you. Give me 1 second. Bless you.
So whatever you're trying to solve for, you divide,
The other stuff. Yeah, just like, think of it like this. Whatever I need, I want to leave on that side and touch everything else around it. Like whatever I'm trying to solve for, like leave that alone and move everything else around it. All right, just give me 1 second real quick. Just gonna... Is that okay?
Door.
Oh, no, they wanted to see it. No problem. Z minus one.
Question, D minus 4.
Let's see. Okay. So do the greatest common factor. Good, good. So
zero.
good.
And I'll bring it
So
down.
set Z equal to 0 here, and then Z minus 4 equals 0. That's it.
Z minus 1. 0.
And then just solve for Z.
That's it.
You got one? Give me 1 second. Are you good? Okay, all right. All right, go ahead.
2x
Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay, 2x.
equals to 15x to the second.
All right. So it's just like the question above, right?
Yeah, try it, that's fine, try it.
So look, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna subtract 2x from over here. What I do to one side, I gotta do to the other, right? So now what do I have? I have 0 is equal to 15x squared minus 2x, right? Greatest common factor right there. So I'm gonna have x, open parentheses, 15x minus 2. And individually set both of them equal to 0, right? So I like to partition it just my way. So this is gonna be x is equal to 0. That's one answer. And over here, I'm gonna have 15x minus 2 is equal to 0. And you're just gonna solve for x. I'm gonna add 2 over here. I do to one side, do to the other. And then I'm gonna have 15x is equal to 2. Then I'm gonna divide by 15. What I do to one side, I do to the other. So the other answer is x is equal to 2 over 15.
Yeah, I did that. I mean,
It's wrong? Let me see.
oh, wait.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. All right, go ahead. Yeah, I got you. Hold on 1 second. No, but it's not just one answer, it's two. It's two answers, it's 0, comma that. Huh?
Why, yes.
Because that's an answer, right? So look, in this equation that we have up here, right? The 0 equals 15x squared minus 2x, right? If I plug in 0, it answers the question, right? So look, 0 is equal to 15 times 0 squared minus 2 times 0, right? That whole thing is 0, so 0 equals 0, right? Now, let's say I plug in the other one, right? 0 is equal to 15 times 2 over 15 squared minus 2. Hold on. Minus 2 over 15, right? If I do the math on this, right, what is this? It's going to be 15 over 1 times, what's that, 4 over 225, something like that, minus, what is this, 2 over 1 times 2 over 15, right? And then 15 goes into 15 once, 15 goes into 225 15 times. So this becomes what, 4 over 15 minus 2 times 2 is what, 4. 1 times 15 is 15. 4 minus 15 is what? That's 0, right? So 0 equals 0 as well, right? That's the reason why it's two answers, because both answers will give you 0. Go ahead. Okay. Okay. Well, first I gotta distribute this, right? Boom, boom. So I have n squared minus 15n is equal to negative 50. Now I try and get the 0, right? So I'm gonna add 50, good. And what I do to one side, I gotta do to the other. So now what do I have? N squared, plus 50, very good, equals 0. And then after that, I just wanna solve for this, right? Yeah, sorry. And then little AC method, that'll give you the answer. And then separated with a comma, of course. No space, just a comma. Yeah. Didn't we do this already?
You
Yeah, you just did it in the paper.
know,
Did you put 0, 4? Let me see.
That's the same answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But 0, got the same question?
Is the same. This one is so.
Mm,
I'm doing.
Let me see. You like it is. Greatest common factor out, Z. So this is what? What's left over? No. Let's try that again. Greatest common factor is Z. So what's left over?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like you're dividing by Z. It's like you're dividing by Z. What's left over? No. What's Z divided by Z? No. 1. What else? Okay. Equals 0. Right? So we have Z is equal to 0 and 1 minus 4 Z is equal to 0. And to solve for it, I'm going to subtract 1. What I do to one side, do to the other. Negative 4 Z is equal to negative 1. Divide by negative 4. Divide by negative 4. And then the other one, no, Z is equal to what? Nope, try again. Z is equal to what? No. Positive 1 over 4, right? Because a negative divided by negative is positive, right? And that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what's the other variable one? Say it again. P equals C plus MC. Okay. All right. All right. So long story short, I want M by itself. So I'm going to touch everything but M, right? So I'm going to subtract C from over here. What I do to one side, do to the other. So now I have P minus C is equal to MC. And then I want to divide by C to get M by itself. What I do to one side, I got to do to the other. So that's my answer right there. M is equal to P minus C over C. That's supposed to be a C, not an L.
Um, 150.
Hold up. 150 what?
6x. I know.
Trying to think. So what's the greatest common factor there?
Um,
6, right? Okay, and what's left over? 25. Very good. Equals 0. And you already know what's going to happen here, right? What's the answer? 5, say it again? Plus X, good. And what else? Very good. Difference of two perfect squares, just like that. Individually, set both of them equal to 0. 5 plus X is equal to 0. 5 minus X is equal to 0, right? Just solve for X. right? Over here, I'm gonna subtract 5. What I do to one side, I do to the other. So now I have x is equal to -5. Over here, I'm gonna add x to the other side, right? What I do to one side, I gotta do to the other. So I have x is equal to 5 over here. And then that's it. Hmm?
16 minus 12. Okay.
It's the same question though.
No, it's in-
So what's the greatest common factor? GCF, that's what you look for. All right, 4. Okay, so what's left over?
X,
No,
16.
no. Okay, so I just factored 4 out. So it's like I'm dividing by 4. It's like I'm dividing by 4. What's left over? 4.
Minus
X what? Uh-huh. Equals 0. Just like that. And after that, you already know it's going to be a factor just like this. So what's the answer?
4.
Nope.
So what?
Nope. Nope.
X
Nope.
plus X.
2 plus X. 2 minus X. So I need two numbers that multiply to 4, right? And two numbers that multiply to X to do that. After that, just set them equal to 0. 2 plus X equals 0. 2 minus X equals 0. And then just solve for X, right? Over here, I'm going to subtract 2. What I do to one side, I got to do to the other. So I have X is equal to -2. Over here, I'm going to add X over here. What I do to one side, do to the other. So now I have what? X is equal to 2. And then that's it. Right? All right, let's. Mhm. Mhm. It's 3 terms?
Yeah.
AC method. Yeah. Yeah.
If the number, if the middle number is positive, it will be
So the larger number is going to be positive. Wait, what's the last number? Is it positive or negative?
positive.
It's positive. So if it's positive, that means that either both of the numbers are positive or both the numbers are negative.
My guy is, BC gave me 88,
Uh-huh.
and then 8 times you got
Right.
88. Well, if both is positive,
Yeah, so 8 plus 11 is 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need a positive 19 or a negative 19?
positive.
Yeah, so you're good. That's it.
So then I will break it down. See. 8.
Yeah, equals 0. And it said both of them equal to 0. Yeah.
So 22 is on that. You can put a little.
21 and 104.
Yeah.
It's either 3 or it's either 7. 104 is probably 7. Probably is 7. I don't know. Use a calculator. See. Yeah.
Or this way,
Yeah.
I'm just subtracting exponents pretty much.
Exactly. When you divide them, you just subtract the powers, right? But remember though, it's illegal for me to have negative powers. So the negative power is going to come down to the denominator and become positive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
It doesn't. So then that's the answer. Whatever you got there. Hmm? Hmm? All right, let's get into the lesson real quick because we got some stuff we got to cover.
One more.
All right, last one, but it better be a different question.
Is the.
Different. All
It's
right.
gonna be 10.
Uh-huh.
Equal. Yes.
No, we did this already,
We
right?
did that?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's the same question we doing again and again, see?
But it's not animal.
So
But that's not the one.
that's not the final answer. You gotta use the AC after this. Yeah. So basically distribute it, right? Combine like terms, whatever, if you have to. Move all the numbers over, so you want to get it equal to zero, standard form. AX squared plus BX plus C equals zero, and then just AC method thing. And that's it.
Oh, yeah, so then, yeah. I
Did you
would
put a
just-
comma in between?
Thinking
Yeah.
of the contract.
You put a comma in between? Let me see. This is three terms. Right, so use the AC method. Two numbers that multiply to 104 and add up to 21, what are they? All right, let's get into something real quick. We could do some more after class. Nickelodeon. Hello. All right, real quick, I just want to like review a little bit what we did last time. Let y'all do that real quick while I do something. No. I was like the highest one in class. Huh? I didn't get your back. My fault, man. My fault. Sorry. I do that to everybody. I don't know if you want to share. So again, my policy with the test, right? You bring it to tutoring, right? And you do all the questions that you got wrong with a tutor and get their signature. I'll give you back half of the points you missed. All right. So basically, like if you got like a 60 and then you went to tutoring, that 60 would turn to an 80. All right. No, I'm online today.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I have a brand new schedule come next week. Not my choice. All right. So I'm gonna be there on Saturday still for like 3 hours, but then like so my new schedule is Monday, I'm there for like 3 hours. And then Wednesday I'm there for a couple of hours, and then Saturday I'm there all day online though. Right? Yeah, so Monday and Wednesday I'm in person, and then Saturday I'm online. Also, once again, remember I was telling y'all we lost Sundays, right? So now Monday through Saturday online, 12 to 6. You guys can make it. Make the appointment, and then they'll email you the Zoom link, and then y'all could do your stuff. Right? In person is Monday through Thursday, 12 to 6. All right. You don't have to make an appointment to go in person. I recommend you make an appointment, but if you just want to walk in, go right ahead. They'll happily take you. Right now, there's no demand because literally everybody's done. So it's just like us and like I think 2 other classes running. Yeah. So real quick, we want to do this. So I have no, not long division here. I want to factor this. All right. So what's the top? I need 2 numbers that multiply to -32 and add up to -4. What we think? Okay. -8 and +4. I like that. All right. So what about the bottom? 8 minus x, 8 plus x. Very good. All right. X plus 4 over 8 plus x. Okay, close, close, all right? Remember, right here, these are opposites, right? What do opposites simplify down to? A 0, -1, right? This becomes -1. So my final answer, right, is you could say the x plus 4, but you got to put a negative next to it, over the 8 plus x. All right, that's the final answer. Yeah, if you want to put the negative in front of it, like next to the line, go ahead. Or if you want to put it up top, go ahead. I wouldn't put it down the bottom though. That looks kind of funny. Because they're opposites, right? So I have x minus 8 over 8 minus x, right? Let's say that I wanted them to look the same, right? Like I would multiply one of them, either the top or the bottom, doesn't matter which one, by -1, right? So let's say I did the top by -1. You can't do both, right? You would distribute this over here, just like that, right? Right. So that would make 8 positive, and it would make the x negative, right? And it's also the same thing as on the bottom, right? But the only thing is that now I have this -1 here because I changed the numerator. These two will cancel out, leaving back just -1. That's the reason why. Right. Exactly. Because like if I don't do that, how can I say this now? If I don't distribute that -1 and leave it there, then it's gonna be a different like question. If that makes sense. You know, but by me distributing a -1 and leaving a -1 there, it remains intact. It's the same question. Yeah, yeah, that's distributing, that's multiplying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the rule that you could just remember rather than having to go through all of this is when you have opposites. So for example, x minus 8 over 8 minus x, opposites become -1. You can just remember that rule and then that's it. Yeah. Mhm.
When it comes to the so that the base of the road,
Or no. So when you're doing a quadratic, right? And say your C term, right, is negative, right? That means that one of your factors is positive and one of your factors is negative. The larger one has the same sign as whatever your B is. Yeah, so if B is positive, then the larger number is gonna be positive. B is negative, then the larger number is gonna be negative. That's how you do it. Yeah, sure. Got it? All right. So since we know this trick, just want to do a little light review real quick. Let's move on, right? I want to do multiplication of rational expressions. All right, so let me start off with a little theory. If P, Q, R, and S are polynomials where Q cannot equal 0 and S cannot equal 0, then P divided by Q times R divided by S is equal to P times R over Q times S. So to multiply rational expressions, right, we multiply the numerators and we multiply the denominators, right? This is the exact same way that we multiply fractions, right? The exact same way, nothing's changing here, right? Straight across, right? Let's take a look. Bam. So I want to multiply this. Excuse me. Excuse me. So I want to multiply this, right? I have two rational expressions here. I have 2x over x squared minus 7x plus 12 times x squared minus 9 over 6x squared, right? Before I can multiply this, I have to factor it, right? So I'm going to start off with the factoring, right? Let me get my pen first. This always happens to me. I forget my pen. Such a bad teacher. All right. So I have 2x over, right? And I'm going to factor this bottom part right here. Somebody help me out. That's going to be x, x, and what else?
No. Negative.
Okay, -1, I hear you. And what's the other one?
Positive.
Nope. What is it?
Oh, wait, it has to equal 12.
Yeah. Maybe -1 is not right. Let's try another one. I like that. -4 and what else? Nope. Give me another one.
Oh, negative.
-3. Now we're talking, right? Because -4 times -3, that's positive 12. -4 plus -3 is -7, right? Times, help me out right here. What's this? I have x squared minus 9. Very good. And then, of course, I have the 6x squared, right? So now look, this is how we multiply, right? We cross out the like terms, right? We can cross out vertically up on top and bottom, or we can cross out diagonally, right? Vertically or diagonally. So hold up, let me get my crimson out real quick, right? It's my red pen, right? Looks like a test, right? I'm crossing out the x minus 3 and the x minus 3 because they're like terms, right? I can reduce these numbers as well, right? 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 6, what? How many times? 3 times, very good. And then x goes into x once, x goes into x squared once. Not 2. You remember that x squared means x times x, right? And I have x on top, so I'm crossing out an x on top and x on the bottom, leaving back 1x, right? So here's my final answer right here. Let me get my aqua velvet color, right? So I got x plus 3, that's all that's left in the numerator, over 3x times x minus 4, right? This is my full answer. Let me try that again. Okay, that looks better. Any questions on this? On the right-hand side? Okay. If I have x over x squared, right? You remember that that's the same thing as x over x times x, right? So I'm crossing out an x up top and an x on the bottom, so that leaves like 1 over x, right? But what I'm doing though is I'm saying that this x is crossing out the 2 right here in my head. You know? Yeah, leaving back 1x. So that's that. Go ahead. Times 3 squared?
Yeah.
Like you mean if you could put 3x on the other side? Yeah, you can.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that's 3x, not 3 times that. Yeah, that's a variable. Yeah. Mhm.
Like you said, when you were dividing the number from six, like, where were you getting that from? The numerator or?
The numerator, yeah, yeah. The 2 is in the numerator, and 2 and 6 can reduce to like 1/3. Yeah. So basically, the way I think about it, 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 6 3 times. And that's how the 6 becomes a 3. That's it. You guys try.
Multiplication, you just factor everything and then.
And then cross out the light terms. Yeah. You know, I just thought about something. They over here trying to film this TV show, right? But they filming it in the summer, and in the summer the days are longer. So it's like they gotta wait even longer to like really do their shots and all that.
You're gonna put 19?
Yeah. Because the thing is that you can't control the sun, but at nighttime when everything is pitch black, you can control the lights. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what they do. Yeah, that too. Yeah. It's called Recess. It's gonna be a show on Apple TV. Yeah. That's what I hope it is. But I mean, but that cartoon show ain't have no military in it though. Like,
Yeah, FBI.
yeah. They didn't have FBI in Recess. No. Yeah. Nah, but Recess was like playground though. Like this some next level military shit. Really? Nah, it's been a minute. But they band together, but it wasn't like military. Like they got someone that's gonna go on one of these buildings and snipe another person and all that. Yeah, that could be. That could be. Yeah. I was watching a conspiracy video about cartoons, right? So they were saying how in Recess, how all the characters in there were like, um, no, it was like real people, but like they all passed away, like it's like dead people.
Right, I feel
That
like.
made it all, yeah, yeah. No, that's Rugrats. Yeah. Yeah. So it's Angelica. Angelica's really, really alive. And then she imagined all those babies in Rugrats. Yeah. Right. And you didn't know she didn't know what that was. Yeah.
Question, Chris.
Mhm.
So needs to add together to 5x. Does that mean I have to put an X on factoring or it doesn't matter because it has to equal 6?
No, so for the bottom you're asking?
Left side.
Like I need like X something
Equal
times
6.
X something, you know?
Equal 6.
They have to multiply to 6 and add up to negative. They have to multiply to 6 and add up to 5.
No, I don't, doesn't matter about the X.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Reduce it. Reduce it. Yeah.
Any factor to?
Reduce it with the 5x.
That's probably two. It's probably two.
Sounds about right. plus or minus something.
plus or minus.
Yeah, something's missing from that. This is close. All right, let's take a look. So remember, before I could even start doing this, right? Got a factor. So I got 5x over, what's the bottom? X plus 5, x plus 3, and x plus 2, right? Because 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 plus 2 is 5. All right, times, I'm just going to use a dot multiplication because of all these x's, right? What's the top going to be up here? Very good. X plus 2, x minus 2, and then I'm dividing that by 10x, right? Cross out the like terms. X plus 2, x plus 2. 5x goes into 5x once. 5x goes into 10x 2 times, right? Final answer, x minus 2 over 2 times x plus 3. That's it. Gotta do both, yeah.
Wait. You got me until the last part. Five
Okay.
goes into 10x twice.
5x goes into itself once, and 5x goes into 10x twice.
So it cancels out the 5x.
Yeah.
And 10x slow too.
Yeah. Go ahead. Mhm. Okay, yeah. The difference of two perfect squares.
That shouldn't matter.
Oh, like you wrote x minus 2 and x plus 2? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Hmm? So you can either eliminate up and down like vertically, or you can eliminate diagonally. Right? So x plus 2 and x plus 2, that's the diagonal. All right. No, there's nothing to do vertically here. Vertically, if you multiplied it all together first and then you wanted to reduce it. Yeah, I find it's easier to reduce before multiplication. Go ahead. What is the answer? Yeah.
So how does X?
Doesn't x and x cancels out. It's a 5 and 2. Yeah.
Cause like X squared.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's canceled out. Yeah. Mhm.
Like 500.
We got more. Yeah.
It's only
It just does. Well, if I like think of it like this, like it's 5x over 10x. Let me do it in blue. And then the x's are canceling. And then 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 10 twice. So just 1 over 2. Right? And that's what this 2 is right here, which becomes that 2 on the bottom here. Yeah. Diagonal, yeah. But it's the same thing though. Well, like you'll get used to it after a while.
So,
Yeah.
actually, the question she had. is about the square back part.
It's fine. It's the same thing. That's like saying if 2 times 3 is the same thing as 3 times 2. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
My head is like, oh.
It should. It should. So real quick, this is, huh? No, that was just an explanation.
Oh,
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the answer. So here's some notes real quick. So how to multiply rational expressions. So step 1, factor each numerator and denominator completely, right? Step 2, multiply the numerators and denominators. Step 3, simplify by dividing out the common factors. All right. So those are your notes for this section. Let's try another one. I'm gonna do the easy one though. Damn. Lot of A's on this one, right? So we getting on the next test, right? All A's? Good, good. All right. 100? I mean, we could do that if you want. Yeah. But I did. I gave it in the review. And nobody looked at it. I'm not gonna lie, the first two questions in the review, like, yeah, that was nonsense. Right? But like the rest of it was all there. Yeah. Mhm. Got you. Yeah. I mean, I thought I was making it easy by telling you what it was. Mhm. Got you. Got you. Got you. All right. It's not bad. Would that really help? I don't know, I'll think about it. All right, so look, I want to multiply these, right? But before I could multiply them, gotta factor them, all right? So let's factor the top. What's the factor for the top? Yeah. My man. 3A and A, right? That's what's up. And then I need how can I say this now? My C term is negative, right? So what does that mean? That means one of these is gonna be positive, one's gonna be negative. I don't know which one. Mhm. So what that mean? That mean this gonna be negative and this gonna be positive, right? Then we're gonna get a 3 here and a 1 here. That was crazy, right? Do it. Yeah. Oh, I got 1. There's only 2 numbers that multiply to give you 3, right? Yeah, so one is 1 and 1 is 3. So look, when I FOIL this out, right? This is 3A squared, but look, 3A times negative 3, negative 9, right? Plus 1A, negative 9 plus 1, negative 8. That's why.
Oh, because you're multiplying everything.
Mhm. It has to multiply back out. I got you. Look, AC method. AC method. AC method. Don't worry about the shortcuts. Just AC method. Well, when it has to distribute back to it. Yeah. Nah, if it's confusing, just do the AC method. It's all good. Yeah. Yeah. How to get to 8? Yeah. You got to think about it in your head. So that method that you see me doing right now, that's called trial and error, right? I agree. AC method. Let's do that. All right. What's the denominator right here?
Oh, wait, wait.
A plus 5, A minus 5. Good job. I got to work on my 5s. All right. I'm gonna do the dot. What's the top up here? So I heard A. I heard A. Okay. Okay, good. And what else? What's the other one? Very good. I'm impressed. What about the bottom? Okay, I heard 3A. Very good. Minus. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. This is A right here. Yep, I think minus 5 and I think plus 1. You understand how I did that? All right. So you see how in the first term I have that 3A? So I know that the last term over there is going to be the bigger number, right? So because that's going to be the bigger number, I need that to be negative. So that's why I knew the negative was going to go. And the 5 is a larger number. So 3 times 5, that's the negative 15. So negative 15 plus 1, that's a negative 14. Yeah.
That's a little bit.
Yeah.
That makes.
But I needed to multiply the 5, add up to -14. That's the issue, yeah. Look, AC method, it'll always work. Really? You don't remember the AC method? Alright. Look, Look, I got 3a squared minus 14a minus 5, right? Real quick, what's a? 3. What's b? -14. What's c? -5, right? So for AC method, right, a times c, this is going to be 3 times -5, which is -15. And what's my b term? -14. Now I need two numbers that when I multiply it will give me a -15, but when I add them together will give me a -14. What are they? -15 and 1, right? So -15 times 1, that's -15. -15 plus 1, that's -14, right? Rewrite the equation, right? So now we have the 3a squared, right? Instead of the -14a, -15a plus a, and then -5, right? And that's it. After we do that, you group it, right? So we have a left-hand group and a right-hand group. On our left-hand group, we have 3a squared minus 15a. What's the greatest common factor there? 3a, right? So when I factor out a 3a, what's left over? Good. And in the second group over here, that's the a minus 5. What's the greatest common factor there? Nope. What's the greatest common factor there? 1, right? +1, right? So if I factor out a +1, what's left back over? A minus 5, good. There's always something to factor out in the second group, right? And if it looks like there's nothing, then it's 1, right? Greatest common factor over here is gonna be a minus 5, because they both terms have that in common, and what's left over? 3a plus 1. Right? Good. I mean, to be honest with you, I really like the AC method. No, I didn't finish it. This is not the answer. It's just the AC method. Yeah. All right, back to what we were doing before, right? So I got some like terms here, right? Cross out the like terms. So I got the 3a plus 1, 3a plus 1. I got the a plus 5, a plus 5. What else I got? No, they on the same. You see when they're horizontal, I can't do that. I can only do vertical and diagonal. Yeah. So final answer. I'm gonna just run this to the side over here because I'm running out of space. Hold up. I'm gonna do it in pink also. All right. So I have a minus 3 times a plus 5 over a minus 5 times a minus 5. That's my final answer right there. All right. Notice how I leave it factored like that, right? That's how I want my answers, right? Leave them factored just like that. And that's it. So questions on this? Go ahead. About which part? Right. Subtracting 1 from 15a? You mean in the AC method you're talking about? Oh, the trial and error, how I did that? Got you. All right, so look. So for the trial and error, I know that my factor looks like this. So it's 3a squared, right? 3 is prime, right? So there's only there's only two numbers that multiply to give you a 3a, right? One of them is going to be 3a and one of them is going to be 1a, right? So I know about that right off the bat, right? Next, I have to look at my C term. My C term is negative. That means that one of these are going to be positive and one of them is going to be negative, right? But I don't know which one. I look at my B term. My B term is negative. That means that the larger number will be negative, right? The larger number is going to be in this one, right? The reason why is because when I take the 3a and I multiply it times whatever I'm going to put here, that's going to be the biggest number, right? Because it's being multiplied by 3. But you see, whatever number comes over here, that's just going to be multiplied by 1. That's not the biggest, right? So that being said, I know that the bigger number is going to go over here, and I know that this is negative, so this must be positive, right? I have two numbers that multiply to give me 5. It's only 1 and 5, right? So the 5 has to go here because that's the bigger, and then the 1 goes here, and that's it.
Is our
5 is prime. Yeah. Mhm. Right. Then that's it. It works for all of them, but you have to practice it. That's the thing.
trial and error?
Yeah, it works for all of them, but you have to practice it.
Can you don't show how they got it?
What?
Are we broken down?
Like the AC method, you mean?
Broken down.
Oh, you just distribute. Just like that. 3a times a is 3a squared. 3a times negative 5 is negative 15a. 1 times a is plus a. 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. And then combine like terms. 3a squared minus 14a minus 5. That's it. Yeah. Right, that's how you would check your answer. Just distribute it out. Yeah. All right. That being said, you scroll down. You guys try. You don't have to use no shortcuts. You could just use the AC method, and that'll be cool. What's up? What do you want to see? You're welcome. Oh yeah.
Outside.
Question.
I mean, it'd be like that sometimes.
Now, when I was on these,
Uh-huh.
say the 2x,
Uh-huh.
it was negative,
It's a positive.
it turns into a positive.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the top half of the left one, you have to use the AC method, right?
Use it for all of them, to be honest.
I was saying, cause you can't like, this has to equal 5.
30 more minutes for that debate. That's good.
The 30 minutes before what?
The debate,
What debate?
Trump and Biden.
Oh.
So about it.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, like, y'all heard that this debate got no audience. They got,
Virtual.
kind of, like, there's cameras there. They gonna shut off their mic when they're done talking and all that, like.
It's a
Might
higher
as well.
chance of him being like,
Might as well, huh? Okay.
there's a higher chance of like, Trump being like, I think it's like really bad job. It's like, this is what happens.
I mean, we'll see.
His main is probably gonna be like, Trump sending billions to Ukraine.
Yo, you sending mad aid over there. I'm not saying they don't need it, but
Yeah, it's crazy.
there's people over here that could use that too, yo, you know, make some sense, and we could use that too. It's true.
Definitely.
They ain't gonna do that. Hey, but you know what the funny thing is though? If you really think about it, let's say that they did do that. They gave out 1 million to every person, right? Those people would still get back all the money. Cause how many people is gonna take that million and actually flip that into like, you know, billions, you know, like right, they're just gonna consume it, you know? Yeah.
You ever seen the Chappelle Show?
I mean, not all of it, just some episodes of it.
There was an episode about like reparations. And they gave all the money back.
Yes.
Like
Really?
everybody got new cars,
Wow.
new speakers.
Yo, it's impossible to do reparations, man. Cause it's like imagine how many generations happened after
Yeah.
the fact, you know, like how do you track down everybody, you know, just to pay them back, you know? Now, if they really gonna do reparations, they gotta do something like,
They probably have to do it like they do in lawsuits, or like, you know, like if it's like a lawsuit that everybody's affected by, we'll give you $1.50 for it.
I think they just have to reverse engineer some of the some of the stuff that they do, like redlining, for example, certain places where you live, right? Like if you're of a certain ethnic background or whatever, they charge you more money to live in that area and stuff like that. Like that needs to reverse. So like that could be a form of reparation. Like cheaper what's it called, mortgages and stuff like that. But to just find everybody to give back money, like I don't know how that's gonna happen.
Do jobs.
Yeah.
How we-
Yeah, the same.
Right now.
Got you. All right, so the top, what we got here? X, okay. -8, okay, and what else?
+3,
Oh.
no?
Hmm. So look at this. It's 2x, right? So one of them got to be 2x and one got to be 1x, right? Nah. The x outside only happens when it's the greatest common factor. Yeah.
So is it
For which one? Two x minus one and x plus six. Let's see. That would be 12. 12 minus one is 11. Nope. It's not it.
times 12, right?
2 times 12. Negative 24.
Negative 4, so A times.
And what do you do after you find the 8 and 3? It's a lot of writing, but all right. So AC method, right? So what's A again? Wait, hold on. 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. A, I heard was 2. What's B? What's C? Hold on. What's C is negative 12, right? All right. So A times C is equal to 2 times negative 12. That's negative 24. And B is equal to 5. Give me two numbers that multiply to negative 24. Add up to 5. So negative 3 times 8, you were saying? All right, let me see. So that is negative 24. Negative 3 plus 8, right? That is 5. Good. So after I find those two numbers, what do I do? Combine. I rewrite the equation, right? So I have 2x squared minus 3x plus 5x, 8x, minus 12, right? So I'm replacing the 5x by the negative 3x and the positive 8x. And then you group them. You have a left-hand group and a right-hand group. In the left-hand group, we have 2x squared minus 3x. Greatest common factor there is what? X, right? And what does that leave back? Two x what? 2x minus 3, good. And in the second group, what's the greatest common factor there, right? That's the 8x minus 12. X, no. What do they have in common, these two? 4. 4, right? It's going to be plus 4. And what's left over? Remember, it's like I'm dividing by 4. It's like I'm dividing by 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2x. A negative divided by a positive is a negative. 12 divided by 4 is 3. All right. Greatest common factor. Over here, we're going to have 2x minus 3. What's left over? X plus 4. That's my factor. That's for the numerator. That's just the top. All right. Let's say I wanted to get the denominator. What's the denominator going to be here? Excellent. X plus 4, X minus 4 times. What's the numerator over here? Excellent, 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 excellent. X minus 4, X minus 4. What about the denominator over here?
So it's minus.
2x minus 3, okay. So I know it's 2x, I know it's an x. I know they're both gonna be minus because my C term is positive and my B term is negative, right? But what two numbers multiply to give me 15? Okay, 3 and 5, all right? So let's think about this. 2 times 5 is what, 10? Right? And then plus 3, 13. Right? And I want negative 13. So boom. If that was challenging, just do the AC method, right? I'm just trying to save space and time. All right. Oh no, that's not the answer. We got to cross out the like terms. Yeah, got you. Just do the AC method. Just do the AC method. It'll get you right. So look, 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3 is canceling out. I got the x minus 4, x minus 4, got the x plus 4, the x plus 4, right? So what's my final answer? Exactly. X minus 4 over x minus 5. That's it. Questions on that? You saw me eliminate diagonally and vertically there, right? So it is possible. It's all right. When you practice it, it'll come to you. Yeah. It does, yes. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, you're probably only gonna get one question on this. So, you know, it's way easier. More work for you is more work for me. So let's jump to a new topic real quick, right? Yep. So you want to do division of rational expressions. So if P, Q, R, and S are polynomials where Q cannot equal 0, R cannot equal 0, S cannot equal 0, then P over Q divided by R over S is equal to P over Q times S over R, right? So to divide rational expressions, multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second. All right? Let's highlight that. To divide rational expressions, multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second, right? Exactly. Keep, change, flip. It's the exact same thing, right? Keep, change, flip. But we did it all already. Remember, when was it? The first week on like day 2, what we was doing when we was dividing fractions, it's the same thing. Keep, change, flip. Right? Got you. When you're doing division of when fractions are being divided, like a fraction divided by a fraction. That's when you do it. Yeah. No, you flip it first, then you factor. Yeah. Change it to multiplication and then do what you know how to do. So let's look at an example for that, right? Yeah. I mean, no, you still have to do the factoring and all of that too.
Yeah, but it's just cancel out and then it's got.
And that's it, yeah.
Yeah, like.
It's simpler than the numbers. The numbers are more harder. You know? So real quick, let me just give y'all some instructions real quick. So How to divide rational expressions. Step one, rewrite the division as a product of the first rational expression and the reciprocal of the second, aka keep, change, flip. Factor the numerators and denominators completely, step two. Step three, multiply the numerators and denominators together. Step four, simplify by dividing out the common factors. All right, let's take a look. Ooh, this is hard. Damn. Not even gonna lie to you, this is a hard question right here. Get ready. So we gonna divide 6x squared minus 7x plus 2 over 4x minus 8 divided by 2x squared minus 7x plus 3 over x squared minus 5x plus 6, right? First things first, keep, change, flip, right? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna keep the numerator, so I got the 6x squared minus 7x plus 2 all divided by the 4x minus 8, right? And then I'm gonna flip the denominator and change it to multiplication. I'm gonna use the dot multiplication because there's a lot of x's in this question. And then I'm gonna flip the denominator. So I'm gonna put the bottom first. So x squared minus 5x plus 6. I really gotta work on my fives. Really gotta work on that. Divided by, we got the 2x squared minus 7x plus 3. Just like that. Oh, no. Now we got to factor it, cross out the like terms.
We didn't get to the
All
second
that.
part, did we?
Now, this is the first step. Yeah. So now this is the second step, right? Factor it. Oh, gosh. Got to use the AC method in this one. Oh, man. I got 6x squared minus 7x plus 2. Right? What's A again? 6. What's B? Nope. What's B? -7. Good. What's C? 2. Very good. So A times C is equal to 6 times 2, which is 12. And my B term is -7. Now I need two numbers that when I multiply it will give me a positive 12, but when I add them together, will give me a -7. What you got there? All right, so let's look at -4 times -3, that's positive 12. And -4 plus -3, that's 7, or -7 actually, right? And then what we want to do, rewrite this expression. So I have 6x squared, but now instead of the -7x, I'm going to put -4x minus 3x plus 2, right? Now that we have that expression, I'm going to group them. I have a left group and a right group. On my left-hand group, what's the greatest common factor there? 2x, excellent, very good. What's left over? Say it again. Nope, say it again. What's left over? 3 what? Uh-huh. Good. All right, what about the second group? What's the greatest common factor there? 1, no. Give me another one. -1, now we're talking, right? Why is that? Because the sign of my leading term is going to be the sign of my factor, right? Always. So I have -1 right here. What's left over? So I heard 3x, not plus 2, 3x minus 2. Now we're talking, right? Because a positive divided by a negative, it's a negative, right? Greatest common factor one more time. I got the 3x minus 2 over here. And then what am I left with? 2x minus 1, right? Bam. Oh, Jesus, that was hard. All right. What's the denominator going to be over here? So I have 4x minus 8. Factor 4x minus 8 for me. What is that?
2x.
Hmm?
4.
No. 4 and 2, no. What's the greatest common factor between 4x minus 8? 4, right? So I'm going to factor out a 4. And what's left over? What is it? X what?
X.
Right. There we go. X minus 2, very good. Dot multiplication, come up here. I have x squared minus 5x plus 6. What's the factors for that? Two numbers that multiply to 6 but add up to -5. What are they? -3, -2. That's it. All right? X minus 3, X minus 2. -3 times -2, positive 6. -3 plus -2, -5. That works. All right. Hold up. Let me scroll back up. Last one. I have 2x squared minus 7x plus 3. In the interest of time, I have 2x. And I have x right here. I want two numbers that multiply to give me 3. So that's only going to be 3 and 1. But I have to add up to -7. Yeesh. So I know that the larger, actually, no, both of them are going to be negative. Both of them are going to be negative, right? That's 3. Has to be add up to -7. So I'm thinking about 3 and 1, like that. Yeah. Because 2x times -3, -6, -1. Huh? So -6 plus -1 is -7. Yeah, -6 would be 2x times -3, right? And then -1 times x, that's going to be -1x. So -6 plus -1, -7. All right. Whew. Cross out like terms. All right. Change up my marker for this one. So I got the x minus 2, x minus 2, x minus 3, x minus 3, 2x minus 1, 2x minus 1. Right? Final answer. I'm going to do it in purple. 3x minus 2 divided by 4. Huh? Why? Let's see. I'm thinking about it. For you, you'll use it in like Excel. If you don't have QuickBooks and you are making your own like way to like calculate, like let's say a credit or a debit statement, you would use these functions in there. You will use both of them. Yeah. You will. Wait till you go to grad school. It's coming. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's an accountant. Mhm. Yeah. You see when they be messing with like tax law and all of that, and then you have to like manipulate the formula to get the correct number, for, like the IRS and all that. That's where this is coming in.
Still like that.
Yeah. 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 That's true. That's true.
If you're a student, you have to do taxes.
You could. I'll see why you can't.
I don't know, like, over assuming I'm not gonna get that much back, so quickly.
If you don't make a certain amount of money, like yeah, you don't really, yeah. I mean, but if you're like over what is it, 25 or something, and you're independent, like yeah, do your taxes.
There's a legal concept with that.
Yeah.
But if they take the taxes up, you check, then you're fine, right? Yeah. They owe you money, they won't.
Yeah.
They don't talk to you? No, they won't reach out. Oh, you gotta reach out to them.
I mean, technically,
There's no law.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like, you know how when you get your check, they take out like 30% of your money or whatever, or like 33% or some crap like that, right? Yeah. So that money, that's what you're trying to fight to get back. But you're trying to get it back as like a lump sum. Yeah. Right, you know,
So that's trash, cause I'm doing more hours now,
yeah,
and I was like, I'm gonna get like 600 this week. I was like,
yeah.
530
But
back.
exactly, so that money that they took out, that's what you want to get back at tax season. Add up
Well, it's
all of
back
that.
up.
Yeah, or add up all of it for the year. That's what you want back in tax
How
season.
do you add it up?
Like every check that you got, like that gross pay, right? That's what you want. Like you want your gross pay. So all the money that they pulled out, just add that up, and that's what you're trying to claim back.
How do I get the information?
It's on your pay stubs. Yeah.
According to your tax, it'll say that
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be 5,000.
Yeah.
I was part-time, maybe.
Yeah. That's fire.
Rico trip.
That's fire. Yo, I just found that out. That's crazy. Yeah. Westchester got its own. Wow, that's whack. Yo, taxes, man. Man, we gotta hire her like for all of us after this class. You know, we gotta all hire you to do our taxes after this. You know,
So just give me half.
right? I mean, like when you could do your taxes for free. You know, like you know that pantry thing that I was showing everybody. So you can actually do your taxes through them. You know, that's how I actually do my taxes. Like I go there and like I physically do it myself. Like I enter in all the numbers and all that, but they have like an expert that's there to answer questions for you if you have it and all that. Why? No, they do. They good. Yeah. But what's nice is that it's free. Like they're not taking anything.
Chris, what's,
Yeah, they do.
what's 30% of 11,000?
11,000. What is that? 1,100 times three, so 3,300, something like that. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna stack that.
I mean, it doesn't stack up from year to year.
No,
No, no.
so I might as well just do it then.
Yeah.
Alright, something else to do it.
Yeah.
I gotta wait, what? So I can wait 3 years and then.
Dude, would they really give him
I
a
don't
bill?
know.
Cause he didn't make enough. So I don't think they'd give him a bill.
No, they're taking out my money, right?
You guys try. Mhm.
In 5 years, so now you owe
What?
Yeah. But low key, you already paid them though, because you paid them in your out of your income. Not to mention everything that you purchased had a tax on it, and you paid that too. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I get free.
Yeah.
To take your own money out the bank.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny, that's what one of my neighbors
Yeah.
said. So if
You don't have, you don't have.
I pay tax.
That's true too. No health insurance is a charge. Right. Yeah. True. Yeah. 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 Right. Yeah. You want you wanna write that down though. But if you give a gift though, you want to write that down because that's a tax write-off.
You know, it's over. It's right. We pay tax on that. If you give it, if I give you $1 million, I have to pay tax. Yeah.
You think under, you get.
Really?
Under $1,000, it was over $1,000.
It's like things and everything.
Yeah.
I was talking to a coworker about credit the other day. I was like, I pay everything on time. Why did they go down?
Your credit score went down?
Yeah, when like I was like
Maybe-
680 something, but they're like, you guys supposed to pay it all at once. I was like,
Who said that?
I told her it went down. I think that's why it's paying it all. I didn't do that. I pay everything on time. That's true. That's true. Credit is paying it twice.
Yeah.
So if you pay-
That's what I do.
Let's say your bill is 29.
Yeah.
You pay something
On like the 14,
on the
and then
29th,
you pay another one. Yeah.
then almost keep the balance. It goes for the account. It looks like. Yeah, that's what it's going to pay half on the first or like the bonus.
No. It depends on when it's due.
I just do the 13th, the next one.
All right,
pay
so-
half the first,
So yeah, like
pay
half on the
13th.
first and then the whole thing on the 13th. Yeah. It thinks you paid twice. Yeah.
So still don't
Yeah.
pay it.
Nah, I pay it all off one shot.
I'm on responsible.
Yeah.
Pay it off.
Yeah.
You're saying,
Yeah, it's I don't.
yeah.
We see for me though, like I live on my credit, you know, so like
You use it for a lot.
yeah, so even though I'm paying it all off on the due date, there's still other stuff pending trying to come through. Yeah. Yeah.
Nah,
Got you. Yeah, so
I get that money back. So
Yeah.
cash back.
If you utilize it, pay it off by the first, or 13th, use it again, right after.
Mhm.
So that it's always something being used, so that basically you're saying, okay. let's-
yeah.
Because if you have a zero balance, your credit score is only going to, you didn't need the credit card.
Is that good? Like, yeah, it don't make no sense.
It is
They
good.
want you to use it,
It is
but they want
good.
you to pay it up.
Yeah.
They want your interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid it.
But here's the thing though, you don't have to pay interest. That's
Yeah, you
optional.
pay the minimum.
Yeah. How you do that?
Way to buy. Like, they go for third party. But when it goes like longer. Buys. You do that to other people. It's yourself.
Something crazy that just buy my bill.
Why not?
Pay back myself.
Pretty much. Right?
Yeah, I don't myself.
How do I want to pay myself back? I'm gonna do it in installments. So, all right, what should I do first here? No, before that. Keep change flip, right? So I got 3x squared plus 7x plus 2. Yep, divided by 4x plus 24. Right? I'm gonna do the dot multiplication just because like we have a lot of x's in this question. Right? Flip it. I have x squared plus x minus 30, all divided by the 3x squared minus 14x minus 5. And then what do we want to do? We want to factor this. Y'all could use the AC method. I'm trying to save space and time, so I'm gonna just do this by hand. So I have 3x here, x here. Damn. Two numbers that multiply to 2. What are they? 1 and 2, right? So I got a plus here, I got a plus here. Put the 2 here, the 1 here, that's it. Right? Because 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1, that's 7, done. Dang, 4x plus 24. What's the greatest common factor there? 4, good. What's left over? Good. All right. Yeah. Use your calculator and you can get it. Alright, so I need, bless you, I need two numbers that multiply to give me -30 but add up to 1. Yeah. You have to add up to 1. 15 and 2?
Yeah, minus.
And plus one.
Oh, but that's not gonna add up to 1 though. No, that's like 225.
Negative.
Right, you have to multiply -30 and add up to +1.
6 and 5.
6 and 5. All right, I like that. What's the signs? -6? No. All right, -5. How did I know that? Right. Very good. The larger number is going to be positive. The larger number is going to have the same sign as the B term. All right. Right. Mm-hmm. All right, then let's do this bottom one right here. So I got a 3x here, I got the x here. Two numbers that multiply to give me 5. I know that's +5, negative, and 1, whatever. So let me think. One has to be positive, one has to be negative. This one is going to be negative, this one's going to be positive. This is 15, this is 1. Yeah, that's good. Again, I know I'm going a little fast with that. AC method. It won't fail you. You have time on your test, all right? I just don't have time in class, that's all. All right, let's cross out like terms. I got 3x plus 1, 3x plus 1. I got x plus 6, x plus 6. I got x minus 5, x minus 5. Final answer. X plus 2/4. That's it. Questions on that? We good? Yo. And rest of that is too much. Mm-hmm.
Did that ever happen, like just break down that you didn't exist?
Nah, it's never that bad. I think I could risk that. All right. No, we got homework. Yeah. But it's not gonna be like crazy homework. Yeah. Yeah. So like the way this class is, to be honest, like it starts off with mad questions, mad homework, and then as the class goes on, it just becomes less and less and less.
Give like 2 questions.
There, nah, not two.
One question. That's
Oh,
what
that's
I'm
it.
confused.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Yeah. No, but I feel really bad though, because on like Monday, like I dropped mad questions, like mad homework.
Yeah,
You know? Yeah, I really did feel bad. You know? That's why I started going a little bit slower. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said we got a quiz.
Yeah, but then like the what you call the country want to celebrate his birthday, so messed up everything. You know? I'm thinking about either Monday or Tuesday.
Next Monday?
No, the week after. Yeah. So basically, like maybe. So basically, like try to have all your homework done by Monday. Not this Monday, the one coming. Yeah. I don't even know what day that is. Hold on. I don't even know what day that is. Probably is the 8th. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, the 8th. Yeah, try to have all your homework done by the 8th. Okay? Yeah.
I want to study out.
I mean, you got time. You got time. You got this weekend. You could catch up on like most of the homework you have already. You know, it's gonna be like 3 more homeworks next week. You know, which is light. You know, and then you take the test the week after. You know? When? Yeah. I mean, y'all got y'all test back. You see, like the homeworks that you didn't get to do before the test, like that's what those are the questions that were missed. You know? So, yeah. All right, so I'm done with this. Does anybody need to copy anything else? Or y'all good? You good? I can stop the recording and all that? All right, bet. All right, so for those watching online, have a good night. See y'all another time. Do, 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 do.